My name is Konrad. I'm 42 years old, divorced dad of a 9-year-old daughter, and I work in media sales for a technology company. I had my vasectomy done in the fall of 2012, so a little less than 2 years ago. I chose to have a vasectomy for two main reasons. The first being that I'm done having children and I wanted to ensure that I didn't have any more. I have one little girl and didn't need to add any more. And secondarily, in terms of family planning and contraception, I wanted to take responsibility for that so that my partner didn't have to use an IUD or pills or something that I felt more intrusive for the woman's health. One of the main concerns, and the doctor really asked on this a lot, was do you have any intention of having any more children because this is irreversible? And that was not a concern for me. I was very committed to a single child life, and having had the one, I didn't want to actually risk having any more because that was very much where I wanted to stop. Even if I met somebody, I had really thought through that concern, specifically knowing that I wouldn't probably get in a relationship where a partner wanted to have more children. That was probably the biggest question I had to answer, and answered it positively and felt like the vasectomy was the correct option. My vasectomy procedure was really simple. It was actually quite straightforward. It was an outpatient procedure. In terms of preparation for it, they said you're going to need an afternoon for procedure, an evening to recover. You should be ready to go probably the next day, maybe a little soreness. I went in, I don't think it took more than an hour. By the time I got in there, the doctor numbed the area, which was pain-free. It was painless. There was the sensation that things are happening the way you do when something's numbed. If anybody's ever had a tooth pull or something like that, it probably feels very similar. But the whole thing was very benign. It happened very quickly. I went home. They gave me some Xanax before the operation to reduce anxiety, which I forgot to take, so I didn't even need ultimately any medication before. Afterwards, there was some Vicodin for some pain relief, but again, I just ended up taking ibuprofen. There was a bit of pain. I think there's that image of sitting there watching TV with a bag of frozen peas on your crotch, and that's indeed what happened. I put some frozen vegetables on it. The next day I went to work. There was no pain, not even a dull pain. It was really very simple. It was out in an hour, at home, relaxing. I had a decent night's sleep. They wanted me to wait. I was going to serve here a week or two, and I came back in, and the doctor tested it, and he basically said, everything's fine. Like, everything worked the way it was supposed to, and you are now, as he said, shooting blanks. The vasectomy has affected my sex life only one way, which is to make it more convenient, more spontaneous. It hasn't impacted sex drive in any way. So it's taken away any of the burdens of contraception. We don't have to use hormones on her side or a condom on my side or any things that would impact sex at all. So it's been a real boon in that sense.